Rukvi Gamre. Today I'm going to talk about the concept of the pedagogy. So in Greek, the word pedo it means the child. The word ego it means to lead something. So if we come up the complete meaning, so it means to lead a child. Concept of pedagogy applied in every age group, starting from the children to young adults and to the senior citizens. This thing is applied in the kindergartens, the children homes. The concept of pedagogy is also applied by some homeless, imprisoned, and the people who are disadvantaged adults. Pedagogic practice within the general discipline is differentiated into many approaches. Some of the things are named after the great thinkers, the Froebel or Montessori. They created a work about the pedagogy in their own concept, in their own way. To study pedagogy well, there has been developed a pedagogy tree. The pedagogy tree defines that the pedagogy has been different, been very conceptual and has been to a very social outgrowth. And there are different roots in the pedagogy tree, and these roots defines the different concepts of the pedagogy, and the trunk it defines the core of the pedagogy. To study the pedagogy well, there has been developed a pedagogy tree. The structure of pedagogic tree defines that it has been grown through a very social outcome, and there are different roots of the pedagogy tree, and each root defines a different concept. And the trunk of the pedagogic tree represents the core. Branches of the pedagogic tree outlines the different predominant elements which forms a part of the pedagogy. Branches of the pedagogy tree represents the different outlines of the predominant elements, and it forms a part of the pedagogy. And each of the branch has different types of research and has its own significance, and this makes very easy to study and very helpful for theory to practice something. This is the general representation of a pedagogic tree. As we talk about the tree in more detail, the growth it takes place in two opposite directions, like we can say the away and the further movement to the ground. And the social pedagogy provides the nurturing to all these conditions, and also it supports the growth of the child in both the direction, as we compare the same way to the tree. It's the diamond model which defines the most important principles of the pedagogy. So here is the diamond model, in which the positive experiences are collective with the well-being and happiness relationships, the holistic learning, and the empowerment. And it is said that we all the humans have the diamond within them, and all have the abilities, skills, and knowledge within them. Saw in the picture, the pedagogy is linked with the four main cores of the diamond model, as the cores are the well-being and the happiness, next is the empowerment, next is the relationships, and then the holistic learning. The conclusion of the pedagogic diamond model comes up with a very conceptual framework which makes everything easy, and the learning about the practicing the theories and concepts, which are classified as follows, like the research, theory, science, psychology, and the philosophy, which give rise to the holistic perspective. The notion of halting the pedagogy. There is a large saying or a quote which was given by Janusz Korczak in 1879 and 1942. I'll just read it. It says that children are not the people of tomorrow but are the people of today. They are entitled to be taken seriously. They have a right to be treated by the adults with the respect as equal. They should be allowed to grow into whoever they meant to be. The unknown person inside each of them is in the hope for the future. The concept of the common third. The concept of the common third is linked with the three cores. The first is the shared achievements, the second is the young person, and the third is the youth practitioner. And these three of them are linked with each other by a middle core which contains five more important subjects. The first is the ownership, the enthusiasm, being together, shared environment, and activity of the learning. Common third is also represented as a central core of the study in the main pedagogy and with the social pedagogy. About using an activity to strengthen the relationship between the children and their adults who are the guardians, and this activity involves both of them.
My name is Aniket Rajput from second group. I would like to describe my point here, the pedagogy on the basis of psychology. As my friend Rugby explained in the first term in the basis of tree diagram, I would like to explain in the brief section of the physiological terms and pedagogy. So the philosophy is not a is not a productive and contrarily against a state. It is a state of the science, but it is in the independent field of a spiritual knowledge. It takes part in the distribution of the idea and regulations of the field in every part of the speech, in every field of the university, in every field of the universe. Sir, it is not distributed. We cannot distribute it from the natural in general, and it the needs for the demonstration and polio profession for the expression of the truth in the participation be ignored. On the other hand, orientation towards the logical religion characters of the science. Sir, here the psychology says that it is basic fundamental that are based on the truthness. When we explain something on the basis of truth, when it's described, it's sends some origin section, it sends some positiveness. So it characterizes the significant role that are played individually inside the nature, the scientific activity. In the sense of philosophy, it is closer to the art that the science without the name that are played the very distribution role in the displacement of the philosophy in the pedagogical branch that are Byron's Rome ancients would have replaced one, and when another historical or cultural would not have been known, such as literacy heroes as a childhood heroines without barons and the princess of Maxwins without Destron. They are both simultaneously take part in the take part to move the cycles of the philosophy on the both vehicles. In the art of personality is an principle irreplaceable, the language and the style of philosophical thought. So they are the terms that are explain the philosophical in the branches of pedagogical science. It plays an important role throughout the language. We can express the philosophy through the language in the basis of body action, body style, body stimulation. So it an impossible average out of style is an unacceptable is a philosophical language. All outstanding philosophy were distributed both from the individual contact of their ideas for their individual philosophy. The scientists that are played simultaneously role in the discrimination of psychology in the branch of pedagogy. There are the scientists are Marx, Engels, and Lenin, as well as the Plato, Aristotle, Kant, Schelling, Schlegel, Kronfeder, Hertz, Proudhon in the individual styles. They are just discriminate the branch of psychology throughout the pedagogy in discriminate style. They are discriminate areas. And the Lenin imposition psychological language and discipline power of the law and impersonal language determines to the philosophical matter in hand as if churned out by a significant standard churned out by the significant mechanism is determined to philosophical. It must have a distinct individual coloring and differentiate clearing from the laws of the natural scientists, sociological, economicals, and politicals. As we know, the psychology is a branch of universe we can express in ourselves. We can't express in the sense of our body, but we discriminate in different faculties. That's we have the pedagogy. It is a nominative science with its own subject and research. The historical development of the pedagogical thought shows a strong relationship with the psychological anthropological principles and with the historical cultures. Historical culture characterized by the post-modern development in the society that are called by the hostogenesis and changes in the pattern of the youth behavior. A suitable method is the trade pedagogical amorphosis, which is reflective on the parental child related in the connection with the historical cultural development. So as the sense we just discriminate, we just send some message from our child, from our forefathers, that we should do this thing, we should doesn't do this thing, that are beneficial for us, that are not beneficial, that are recommended from our forefathers and fathers. So this is the basic things of the pedagogy. That is said that our cultural things that are run as a river just taken from the mountain and just it goes into the salted sea. That's why our pedagogy says that based on our ancient culture says some basic rules that are basic for our sweet water life, and when we ignore them and just trying to do our lifestyle in the sense of, and it becomes the salty as our sea become, then when the river goes to the down, as our mindset goes to the downset. So that's why the pedagogy says that nominative and discrimination changes by the youth that are consistent are good changes in our lifestyle. Thank you, sir.
We understand by education, namely discipline and instruction besides cultivation. Yes, friend, I am Shishir Chaudhary, and my topic is pediology. And pediology basically stands for the education. Pediology is just another term which is used by the psychologist or physiologist for explaining the term education. And as I mentioned above, aspect of humanity, it is common practice to base pediology reasoning statements regarding to the human being taken from the physiological aspects. So coming to the model or three basic models of the pedagogy, because pedagogy is already explained by my friends Rugvi and Aniket. So I am coming on three models of pedagogy. The very first is behaviorism, and the second one is transmission, and the third one constructionism. So coming on behaviorism, it's a type of method, rather I should use the word teaching. It's a type of teaching in which a teacher should accommodate or admire the behavior of the student, like in which direction the interest of the student is having, like what a student wants to learn. Then teacher should acquire that kind of behavior or that kind of pattern to teach the student, like we do in our home. Like what a little child wants to learn, our parents tries to do. I can explain behaviorism by the example of this, like a student which is having an interest in playing football or playing cricket. If you want to force him in any other particular direction, like you should be a doctor or you should be an engineer, it will be difficult for him to be professional or be aesthetic in that field. But if you allow him or support him, your child or your student, in a direction to playing football or playing cricket, then he will be I'm not saying that he will be a perfectionist, but he will be happy and he will be really devoted to his work. So behaviorism teach us that how you should know the feelings or know the behavior of the student first, then try to teach him. Skinner and Pavlov give a stereotype about about behaviorism. They say that the teacher should be the role model of the student or a child. Like here we can use the term of taking the example of a parent and a child. Like whatever a parent teach to his child, that will be acquired by his child and followed by his whole session of his life. So this should be like if you want to prepare your child really good and in a very perfect way, so you should always treat and take as you should behave properly in each and every time to teach him really well and make him a very good man. So behavior is really important for a student, and it is also said that knowledge is delivered in a very strategic and in a very curriculum way. Like in a different, each and every student needs a different type of knowledge. Each and every student wants a different type of attention. Each and every student wants a different kind of direction in his life. Like somebody is not good at studying, somebody not is good at speaking, somebody is not good at singing. So they all of them are needing this kind of things at different kind of types, like different kind of assessment at a particular phase of time. So now it is said that knowledge should be delivered in a very discreet way to a very discreet person. And this is all about behaviorism. And coming to the very next, so coming to the second part, constructionism is basically as it very clear from its name, construction. So constructionism is basically related to construction of a human being, construction of a child, or construction of a student. but it's precisely talking about a student which learns from its own experience and practice and mistakes. Yes, in this pedagogy manner or say section, students just learn about how they are doing in their life or how they are doing in their daily routine or in their session or in their class. They will learn from their own mistakes, from their own experiences. There is no one who is going to taught him or who is going to teach him about anything or nothing. They will just experience everything by their own. Like I would like to explain example. So let consider that a boy who is not having any senior citizen in his house, or not no parents or no mother father, no one who is going to teach him in his life. So how will he learn? He will learn this from his own experiences, the mistake he will going to made in his life, or the things which he experienced in his life. That's the only way in his life to learn a proper way, learn a proper lifestyle. He will just learn it by himself. Piglet also says that about this constructionism is like a learner will learn by himself. The teacher in his life will have only one and only one motive, that is that teacher can only direct him, nothing he can do nothing about in his learning process. He or she can only direct him to the path where he will learn about. Coming on the third part, the transmission basically. What is transmission? Transmission, as it's really is clear from its name, transmission. Like somebody is transmitting, or somebody is like speaking in front of you, and whether you want to learn it or not. Yes, basically it's mean like this kind of teaching or learning is collaboration. The collaboration, yes, transmission requires collaboration between the learner and the teacher. Yes. So in this the teacher will just explain you the things. It's all up to you, it's all up to the learner, that whether he catches it or not, whether he accepts it or not. He just want to grasp that knowledge or not. It's all up to, totally dependent on the person or the individual, that he wants it or not. Like I can explain it with an example. A teacher is teaching in a class, and there are 4 or 5 students are sitting. Like the one who is sitting in the front of teacher, he is listening very carefully, and the one who is sitting beside is listening and writing very well, but the third person on the very back seat is sleeping. So this explains the transmission. Like the knowledge is everywhere in the air. It's all up to the individual, like whether he wants to grasp that knowledge or not. The one who is listening, he just want to accommodate that knowledge, but the second person who is writing and reading, writing and listening both, is the person who just like is craving for that knowledge. And the person who is sleeping on the very back bench is like he doesn't it doesn't matter to him, like whether the knowledge is in the air or wherever it is. It doesn't matter to him, like I don't want to grasp the knowledge. It's that's So here all the 3 parts is been finished. Here I would like to sum up all of this in a very single way. Like there is a little child born in a family who doesn't know how to perform tasks, how to do things, how to eat, how to drink milk, or perform its daily functions of surviving. It's all their parents who are teaching and who are guiding him, and making him to understand or making him to learn the things by their own, to teach that. This is first part of explaining of pedagogy. Then coming to the second part, like when you get adult, you will do it by your own self. And coming to the very last part, like when you are at a more aged person, you knows everything. You Coming on the part of modern youth, I would like to add one point about Sir Boyce Raymond. He said that how do you recognize a modern youth at that time, at our present time? Like they are either having free choices, like freedom of choices, or either they are having forced choices, or whether they are having compromised culture, or something related to informalization, like they are having informal perspectives in their life, like their standards standard career to the la carte career. And basically it says that modern youth of this current time is really freer, having a very intimate relationship with their parents rather than being at some previous age, or say just consider that a decade ago youths were not so organized, or say socialized in a particular way, or say designed in a particular way to follow a particular path towards their adulthood. Like us, like present, we are having a very particular fixed path or a guided path for us. But in previous decades there is no such kind of routine of the youths, or say they are not having proper guidance about anything. It's all measure up, they are not having decided future. Like whatever they able to do, they do. What they won't able to do, they don't do. That's it. They are not having any fixed kind of career, like, yeah, I am going to be a doctor and that's it, I will do it and I will achieve it anyhow. True pedagogy. A true pedagogy should be based upon a knowledge that embraces a man to respect a body, respect a body, and its soul and its purposes and its goal and its achievements. Like it should be like in a particular fashion that grows a man in each and every direction and each and every perspective of coming on the very last section, rather I should say summing it up on a very single line. Intellectual only grasp man with the respect to his body, for the observation and experiment that bodily alone is revealed. It's all only the experiences of the body. That's it from all my side. We are from second group, first subgroup. Thank you.